Canelo Alvarez is not the same fighter after he lost, since he's lost to Mayweather. Stay tuned and I'm going to go into a little more details about that.
Guess they forgot who I am and what I represent, what I stand for. It's the king for a fall, but I outshot them all. They ain't talking just material, I'm talking overall.
Showboating Sports, guys. It's your boy Scott Free. Hey man, Canelo Alvarez is not the same fighter after he lost to Floyd Mayweather. And I'm going to tell you some of the things so you'll agree exactly what I'm saying. So before we go any further, make sure you hit the share, the subscribe button, the bell icon button, and share it with somebody you know. So without further ado, let's get to it, man. Now, I've always been hard on Canelo Alvarez, really. But at one point in time, I was a real big fan of Canelo Alvarez, which I'm still a fan of his. He has some skills, man. He really does. I watched him come through the rankings, and I used to always say, man, that guy is going to be champ. You know what I mean? He was hungry. You can see the fire in his eyes. He didn't play no games, man. He would fight a bear back in those days, you know? He kept petitioning to fight Mayweather, right? Young guy, hungry, with plenty of skills, right? So he figured, hey, give me my shot at Floyd Mayweather. Let me see what I can do. And I was nervous. I'm going to tell you straight up, I was nervous about him fighting Floyd Mayweather. I was like, man, Canelo's a pretty big dude, you know? So they came in, they fought. Canelo came in 15 pounds heavier, right? But after that fight, after he lost that fight, they asked him, they said, Canelo, how did you feel? You know, you came in 15 pounds heavier. How did you feel about that? He said, man, look, I don't even want to talk about that because if you can't hit him, it doesn't count. I want to talk about something else. Immediately after that fight, I have not really seen the hunger and the fight back in Canelo's eyes. Canelo is now, after that match, Canelo has made sure he has stayed away from slick fighters. He won't fight Demetrius Andrade. He won't fight him. He won't fight Jamal Charlo. He won't fight him. He seems like he don't want to fight Caleb Plant. Man, Caleb Plant is a slick fighter too. He's got that style and stuff. And that's hard. What it is Canelo fought Mayweather. He thought me coming in 15 pounds heavier would really do something. But when he saw how slick Mayweather was, Mayweather gave him a total boxing lesson that he's never had in his life. After that, he's been picking and choosing his fighters. Tell me which fighter that you saw him fight besides Triple G that you didn't think really he would win. When he fought Triple G the first time, I gave the match to Triple G, really. I gave the nod to Triple G. It was a close fight. So the people that gave it to Canelo, I'm not mad about it because Canelo put in the work. It was a close fight. Second fight, he got under Canelo's skin and said, why don't you fight Mexican style? Now that was the old Canelo that came in there. He came in, went right ahead, and put it on him. And I think in the third fight, Canelo will probably stop him. That's the old Canelo. Any other fight besides that, Kovalev, he made sure he had a rehydration clause. He made sure he didn't have nothing but a few weeks to get prepared for the fight with Canelo. And I'm talking about Kovalev, right? And then when they were doing the zone, when they were doing the whole deal for Kovalev, do you know that they said that if Kovalev loses a fight, he will make more money on the back end on some other fights and some other fights and other stuff that they had. He was going to make more money with that. In terms, what they did was they set it up as an incentive that if you lose, it's going to be more profitable. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at Kovalev in that fight, how did Kovalev wasn't a Kovalev. He didn't come all the way out of Canelo like that. He wasn't aggressive trying to knock Canelo's head off. And you guys know it. But what you guys do all the time is the Canelo fanboys are always making excuses for Canelo. Hey, I'm an Earl Spence fan. I like Earl Spence a whole lot. But if Earl Spence ever gets caught with PEDs, I'll tell you straight up, he's a PED cheat. Why is that so hard? How is that so hard? I mean, you act like that's your kid. You act like Canelo can walk on water or something. Canelo ain't hungry. Ever since he started getting paid, he fights the weakest of the oppositions. I know it, you know it, but you don't want to admit to it. But you're going to compare him, oh, this guy does this, Caleb Smith. Who the hell is Caleb Smith? Who the hell is Rocky Fielding? Come on, man. Rocky Fielding ain't no true champ. You knew Canelo was going to run through it. But all you fanboys, what you do? Every time Canelo, no matter who he fights, Canelo could fight this fortune cookie right here. And you guys are saying, oh man, that's a tough fortune cookie right there. You know, not too many people can fight a fortune cookie like Canelo can. Man, you guys keep making excuses. The dude ain't hungry. Period. He won't even go after Jamel or Jamal Charlo. He's not trying to get one of their belts. He's not trying to get Andrade's belts. He don't want no parts of it because Canelo can't handle slick fighters. And I'll repeat that. Canelo can't handle slick fighters. So you guys tell me in my comment section, why do you give Canelo a pass? And who has Canelo fought in the last, since Mayweather, besides Triple G? And Triple G is over the hill. Really, Triple G won't fight nobody. Who has Triple G fought after Canelo? He won't fight Andrade. He won't fight Charlo. He won't fight Caleb Plant. He won't fight Plant. He won't fight them guys. He won't go fight David Benavidez. He won't fight him. So Triple G is a shell of himself. But you guys give Canelo credit for that. But these other guys don't deserve it. Ain't that funny how somebody that holds the belt always talk about other belt holders ain't worthy of it? But anyway, guys, like I said, in my comment section, you explain to me why Canelo is on your pound for pound. Why Canelo is still hungry in your eyes. Because all I see is he's trying to find an easy way out. PEDs, rehydration clauses, somebody he knows he can beat. And that's straight up no chaser, man. So until next time, man, hey, man, I'm out.